Bring in Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb. He's also running for Arizona's open U.S. Senate seat. Hey, Sheriff Lamb, it's always good to have you on the program. So Pinal County borders Pima County, which includes Tucson. Paint the picture for us, sir. I mean, funding runs out March 31st. So what happens April 1st?
Look, the problem has not gotten better, even with all the funding that they have been giving to these NGOs. Look, I have been a critic of these NGOs, Markie, because a lot of these NGOs are getting money. Well, Casa Alitas may be doing a good thing. There are a lot of NGOs that are right there on the border, scooping these people up before they've ever even been processed. People from Sudan, from Mauritania, from Syria, military-age men. Now we're seeing a huge influx of Chinese nationals coming in. The problem with what is going on is they have been softening the blow and trying to treat the symptoms as opposed to treating the problem. Here we are years later, millions and millions of dollars later, and the problem is actually worse today than it was before. So clearly that money wasn't helping solve the problem. There is one solution to this, Markie. Joe Biden needs to secure the border.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that in just a little bit, but tell me what's the overall consensus on the ground there, and what's your wish? Is the wish that more federal funds come your way, or is there an idea, like a thought that maybe part of you thinks if we keep advertising that we have the means to take care of everybody, then they will just keep on coming? Do you want more funds to come?
No, I don't think the taxpayers should be funding our own invasion of this country. The longer we continue to provide hotel rooms at the Roosevelt in New York, or we provide housing for these folks, or food, or plane tickets, or gift cards, which is all things that have proven to be true over the last several months, the longer we do this, the more people will continue to come. And you talk about the impact, Markie. This is going to be about 1,000 people a day. We're seeing about anywhere between about 12 and 15,000 people a week. Wow. That's just what through the Tucson sector. That doesn't include what people are bringing in from other parts along the southern border. And we are now, as taxpayers, forced to foot the bill for all of this. It is unsustainable. It's not okay. And the administration needs to handle this situation. But as long as we keep softening the blow, we're never going to be able to realize we have a problem we have to deal with.
Yeah, the numbers are just staggering that you just mentioned. And let's end with solutions here, what you hope to see. You know, a White House official confirming with NewsNation that President Biden is considering issuing that executive order for 212F, which would essentially restrict asylum at the border. Would that help things, Sheriff?
Well, what they need to do is restrict it. They need to hold people accountable that come here illegally. They need to not give people asylum who do not have legitimate asylum claims. They need to reinstate the Remain in Mexico program. They need to elect better people that are actually going to do their job. The senator mentioned Congress has failed. This is one of the reasons I'm running for the U.S. Senate, is because we've got to fix these problems on a Washington level, because they're affecting us on a state level, and they're affecting the taxpayers, not just in Arizona, but all across this country. So hopefully anybody who wants to know more, come support me at sherifflamb.com. But we've got a lot of problems that need to be fixed, and we've got to start now. We cannot even afford to wait to the election to fix these problems.
Yeah, and just about a month until that funding's set to run out. Sheriff Mark Lamb, I imagine we'll be talking to you as we approach that date. Thank you, as always, for joining me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.